welcome everyone. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to present my topic, which is abolition of Sati custom. So, what is Sati custom? Sati was a practice of Hindu communities where a recently widowed woman, either voluntarily or by force, inscribed herself on her dead husband's chitta. The word Sati came from the goddess named Sati. She was God Shiva's wife. After the death of Shiva, Sati committed suicide and was buried in the cheetah because she used to think that she was responsible for Shiva's death. So this incident was the beginning of this custom called Sati. Sati system in India is said to have its traces back in the 4th century BC. However, the evidence of the practice is traced between the 5th and 9th centuries AD when widows of kings performed this sacrifice. People then used to follow this custom as a religion and social performance. People were so into it that they was not aware of the fact that it can never be a part of a religion or social goods. They used to think that if the wife also be buried in the cheetah with her dead husband, then they both will go to heaven. Not only had that, but also if a woman becomes sati, her family used to get more respect from the society. Even the rich people used to give 200 taka to per family of sati at that time. That means this custom was so much influencing and respectable at that time. So my argument is, in spite of being brutal and repulsive, should the social and religious custom be prioritized before humanity or not? So Sati custom was so brutal and repulsive. Sati was regarded as a barbaric practice by the Islamic rulers of the Mughal period. Many Hindu scholars have argued against Sati, calling it a suicide and a pointless and futile act. In my perspective, social and religious customs that are repulsive and brutal should never be prioritized than humanity. It was obvious to abolish such dangerous custom from the society. This sensitive and strong custom of Bengal was abolished with the help of Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Various campaigns were initiated against the sati practice by various Christian missionaries. In the 16th century, Humayun was the first to try a royal agreement against the practice. Akbar was the next to issue official orders prohibiting sati, and since then it was done voluntarily by women. He was issued orders that no women could commit sati without a specific permission from his chief police officer. However, Raja Ram Mohan Roy is said to be the man behind the abolition of this social evil. Ram Mohan Roy's parents was strong religious people. His father Ramkanta Roy was being converted to Vaishnava in his last days. His mother Tarini Devi even filed case against Ram Mohan and severed him from ancestral properties because Ram Mohan raised his voice against injustice, even if it was religious belief. Tarini Devi also claimed that she would take it as a virtue if her apostate son was being beheaded. So we can understand that how difficult and courageous it was for Ram Mohan to fight against such a sensitive and social religious custom. Ram Mohan had seen such incident in the name of sati custom from his childhood. So it did not affect him how respectful the custom was to the society. The sati custom was running so extensive at that time. In Parliamentary Papers, 1825, volume 24 shows that from 1850 to 1820, there was a total 3,630 women buried in Chita from Bangla department. 2,268 of them was from Kolkata department only. Ram Mohan could not tolerate those injustices. The humanity got more priority than religion and social norms to him. Ram Mohan started protest against this custom from 1812. As he was the founder of a Brahmin community, it was not that difficult for him to collect a team to work with him. They started going to crematoriums and was trying to convince the families of the buried women against sati custom. After this first movement in 1813, the government forcefully engaged police to stop sati by using drugs on them. From 1815, it was declared to inform police if anywhere sati custom was being performed. In 1818, the first article against sati was written by Ram Mohan, where he was trying to portray the reality of sati, which was nothing but a crime. After publishing the article, there was a stir in the society. The whole society stood against Ram Mohan. Next, a Brahmin Pandit Kashinath Torkoboshish published an article against Ram Mohan's article to support Sati custom. Ram Mohan again published another article in reply of Kashinath, and with the help of logic he portrayed the misconception of Sati supporters. It shook the whole nation. This incident made the British understand that there was a debate in Hindu community about Sati custom. In 1828, Lord William Bentinck became the Governor General of India. December 4, 1829, Lord William Bentinck established a law to ban Sati custom. So it was the first banning of Sati in Bengal. In 1830, thousands of Hindu community people signed a petition against this law. Ram Mohan again came to give petition supporting this law. 17 January 1830 supporters called a meeting against cancellation law of Sati. In 6 months, they called total 19 meetings named Dharma Sabha, and 1100 people signed an application to the Privy Council, England. At that time, the King of Delhi gave Ram Mohan the title Raja and assigned him as an ambassador to send him England. This was an amazing opportunity for Ram Mohan to go to England and raise his voice against Sati. So he was preparing for an application against the Sati supporters' application. He reached England in 1831 and met Lord Lansdowne and presented his application against Sati and described the whole injustice happening in India in the name of Sati. In 1832, 12 July, the Privy Council rejected the Sati supporters' application and abolished Sati custom permanently, but it took 1861 to stop Sati completely. In my whole research, I came to know that people in the past were so blind in the name of social and religion norms. They were not able to realize that it can never be justice to inscribe anyone's life like that. It was clearly suicide or murder in the name of Sati custom. I could not even believe that this could be true when I knew about Sati custom for the very first time. Then I started to know more about this. I was astonished to know how people in the past used to believe such kind of things, and thousands of women gave their lives in this repulsive custom. Be buried in the cheetah when you are still alive. How pathetic can this scenario be? I cannot even imagine someone burning in the fire and everyone is being happy seeing this. Every community and religion has their own norms and values, but what kind of custom this could be to burn someone alive in the cheetah? Anything that is wrong should be considered wrong. No society or community should recommend that right. Nobody should get the right to burn themselves or burn someone else in the blazing fire. We should never prioritize such kind of brutal or repulsive social actions or customs before humanity. By the whole research, I can conclude that Sati custom was so dangerous and pathetic. It was nothing but suicidal murder in the name of social and religious custom. People were so much blind into the social and religious norms that they could not understand that this brutal and repulsive action can never be a good practice. At that time, there were some people who could understood that this was just a criminal act and a brutal practice in the name of social religious norms. Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Lord William Bentinck, and Lord Lansdowne were some of them. So it's been around 15 decades. We are free from Sati custom. We women are thankful to Raja Ram Mohan for raising the voice against Sati custom, and also to each and every individual who fought for the abolition of Sati custom. Thank you so much.